change the course of modern Christianity by challenging the leadership of the Catholic Church. That man was Martin Luther. But as celebrated as Luther is by Christians, there are some facts that you may not know about the father of the Protestant Church. Let's watch.
While traveling, Martin Luther became trapped in a ferocious storm. He prayed for the storm to stop, and it did. He then left his career in law and became a monk. During his career with the Catholic Church, Luther was the overseer of 11 monasteries. Luther's original intent with his 95 Theses was to promote academic discussion, but instead, he caused a rift with the Catholic Church that led to his excommunication in 1521. Luther was known for being against celibacy, and after aiding the escape of 12 nuns from a convent, he married one of them, named Katharina von Bora. According to popular thought, Luther utilized the tunes of bar songs for his hymns, making them more easily sung and recognizable by the local population. The most famous of these being "A Mighty Fortress Is Our God."
My next guest would say that just about everything we think we know about Martin Luther is wrong. So, he's just written a brilliant biography called Martin Luther. It's been said that he is to religious biography what Pixar is to cartoons. He is a New York Times #1 best-selling author, and he is my friend. Please welcome Eric Metaxas. Eric, so glad to have you here.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much.
Amazing author. The book on Bonhoeffer, the book on American liberty, but this book on Martin Luther and the 500th anniversary comes up this week, so appropriate to have you here. What is it about Martin Luther that made you say, I want to write a book about that guy?
The fact that it's the 500th anniversary, because I've been told, I have mathematician friends, they said 500th anniversary of something literally only comes up once every 500 years.
That's profound.
I want you to think about that. I thought I did the math, I said it works out. That is so rare. This is such a big anniversary that everybody should be talking about it. And I have to say, when I go into a lot of my books, I think part of what I bring, part of my secret, is that I bring ignorance. When you can laugh, that's not good. But ignorance, in a way, makes me see things in a way. You know, if you study something for years and years, you sort of maybe you get used to it. But when I discovered the actual story of how important Martin Luther was, I was staggered. I said, how did I not get this growing up?
What is it, for example, about the 95 Theses that he nailed on the door of Wittenberg that is so special?
Well, okay, for example, the 95 Theses, the story we've all been told about the 95 Theses, you probably, learned it in high school and then forgot it after the test. But the 95 Theses it's portrayed as though that's the day, 500 years ago, Martin Luther nailed a document to a church door to send a message to the Catholic Church hierarchy that something's rotten in the state of Rome and it needs to be fixed. It was like this angry, rebellious monk telling the world things need to change. But that didn't happen. When I did the research, I said, this doesn't make any sense. This guy, in 1517, when he nailed the 95 Theses to the door, number one, he was a humble, obedient son of the church. He was not looking to make trouble. The last thing on his mind was even the idea that you could break away from the church. Not even an idea. He only saw this thing about indulgences, which I won't go into, but it was a corrupt practice. He said, this needs to change. A lot of the faithful are coming to me in the confessional, and they're saying, hey, I got a certificate, I paid money, here you go. And he said, we need to do something. So what is the proper procedure? The proper procedure for him as a monk and a theologian was to say, let's have an academic debate with the other theologians. So in Latin, which nobody could read except the theologians and the court people, he writes 95 points for the debate, which is what everybody did when you're going to have a debate, and they had tons of debates. It's what they did. So he writes them up in Latin and posts them on the local bulletin board, which happens to be the church door. But everybody thinks he chose the church door to be incendiary and crazy. No, if you were like missing your cat, Smokey, and you wanted to put up a flyer please look, here's a picture of Smokey, or if you want to get guitar lessons, you'd put up a picture. You'd put it on the bulletin board, which was the door.
So what we really found out about Martin Luther is that he didn't start to set a revolution. He just wanted to find where Smokey the Cat was.
That's right.
Guitar lessons,
Right.
and the next thing you know,
Yeah.
he's changed the whole world.
But I mean, in a weird way, that's true. If you're obedient and you do the right thing, you have no idea what will come of it. What came of it was the entire world was changed, and not just the church. As an American, as a patriot, you know that our idea of self-government, of American freedom, the idea of democracy, all these ideas, religious liberty, come directly from what Martin Luther did 500 years ago. As Americans, we need to know it came from the gospel of Jesus Christ. There's no doubt about that.
By the way, you've got a television special coming up with Matt and Laurie Crouch. It's going to air right here on TBN on October the 31st, which is Tuesday.
We went, Wittenberg is where it all happened, and I'd been there before, but to go there with Matt and Laurie Crouch and the cameras and stuff, and because I had just finished writing the book, I would just walk them around. I said, Matt, come here. No, you want to go over here. And I would just start talking, and they got it on film, obviously. But it was so extraordinary to be there after I had just written the book. I mean, I was living there in my mind. And then we went there, and I got to talk about it. So, you know, thanks to Matt and Laurie for dragging me over there and let me talk.
Well, I want to tell everybody that you need to get a copy of Eric's powerful book on the life of Martin Luther. It's already a New York Times bestseller. It is a must-read, and you can learn more about it and discover other great works by my friend Eric Metaxas at his website, ericmetaxas.com. It's right there on your screen, and I hope you'll get it. It's a powerful book, and like Eric has said, there's a lot of stuff you didn't know about Martin Luther. It may change a lot in your ideas and minds. All right, Keith, what's next?
All right, everybody get out your foot stomping shoes because